Right, Dirty Smith, episode 20. Big 2-0. Things we gotta talk about. Pineapple twists, New England Blacksmith Conference that just happened, and an old woman called Martha Stewart. So without any further ado, I wonder, how do you open these? Pineapples don't burn very well. Let's do this! Alright, pineapple twist. I'm using big stock so that we can see the points when we do this compared to using like something 1/2 inch. So we have 3/4 inch square bar. I grabbed a drop piece, so ignore that guy. I'm gonna lay out the same layout on both bars. And when we do the pattern, lay out our material, we're gonna groove it, and then we're gonna twist it. So for example, if we twist it 360 degrees or 4 flats, then we're going to reforge the twist down, groove it again, and then we're gonna back twist it 1/2 as many. So that would be 2 flats. I'm gonna lay out 3 inches on each bar. One will have 4 flats, the other one will have 8 flats. So 3 inches in, and then we're gonna come down another 3. Is that 3? Yeah, 3 and 3. I'll draw my lines. I'll give myself center punch marks. We'll heat this and groove it. So I laid out my 3 inches of material, and I want this twist to happen. It's also been called diamond twist, I've heard. Pineapple twist is pretty common, and they're referencing the texture of the twist. It's similar to that of a pineapple. It's pretty dramatic, pretty straightforward. For some people, it's not what you would expect. The line's a little bit off, so even though it's a 16th, it's not gonna matter, but it's mattering to me. Okay, so we got 3/4 inch bar. After that, 3/8. So marking. You always mark from both sides. I like to use silver pencils. You can sharpen them, get a nice line. I'm not a big fan of soapstone. Each to their own. So again, 3/4 inch bar, 3/8. Marking each side, find center. And then give yourself a center punch. Now when I groove this, I have a power hammer, but you kind of need a third arm. You can do it under the power hammer with a grooving tool, or also have this hold down guy. So basically a weight and chain, and this hook here hooks into the chain that holds my anvil down, and I can simply then just lay it across. You know, it's okay. Other setups might have a tool in the hardy or Pritchell hole, a hold fast. It comes down. We'll do the first part by hand and groove it, and then we'll do the second part with the power hammer. So I have a groover made out of sucker rod. So lining up my center punch marks. I'm gonna keep it on center. Walk this line down. So I'm staying in the crease. And I'm lifting it up. Get a bigger hammer. So when you're grooving, the thing you can do if you have a treadle hammer and you lift it up, power hammer, rock it on the line. You can really speed things up. Walk it down, walking the mile. Walk that line down. I like to work opposite sides. So line up that center punch. I'm going to be using half of my vise. I don't want to load one half and then cause this side and cause one side to bend faster than the other side. So we have these little spacer. So I can put this on the free end down here, and then I can put the material on the end here. So my jaws close evenly. They don't close. One side closes faster than the other. We're trying to avoid that. These twists are fun for handles. Put them in the middle of a picket. Make it a decorative item. Definitely demands attention, so if you do use it in a tasteful place. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4 twists. If you're looking at somebody's twist, you're trying to count how many turns. In the shop we say flats. They do. Count the lines starting at the top right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not counting this. So it tells me 4 flats right there. The next one, I'm gonna do 8. All right, so I got my spacer and the vise ready to rock. I'm gonna be asking for 2 full revolutions. Quite a lot to ask for 3/4 inch bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wanted to demonstrate that the more twists you put in here that first time, the more points we're going to get. The next step is that we're going to forge these flat. So the next part actually is kind of counterintuitive. We're going to forge this back square. Okay, so this is the full 360. This is the 4 flat one. Notice when I'm forging in the same spot. The material's moving underneath it. We're doing this, we gotta square it up. Okay, so we squared it up, destroyed a perfectly good twist. Next thing we do, we groove the other sides. Okay, same thing for the 8 twist. The two full revolutions. And I don't want to keep forging this. I don't want to reduce the mass in here. I just want to square it up and get it even with the sides. You still see a little hint there of the twist. So again, even this 8 one, we'll do the same thing. We'll put new lines down the center of it. And for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and use the power hammer since I can do all 4 in one heat. So same stock size. This was the 4 flats, 360. This was the 8 flats, 2 revolutions. And you re-groove them. The next step is to heat it, and then we're going to back twist it. So this one we're going to back twist 2 flats, half a revolution. And what we're looking for is that these points here line up in the middle when you open it up. And same thing with the 8. I am programmed to twist clockwise. So I already know I need to go counterclockwise. Keeping an eye on the heat, eye on the material. So we have 1, and then 2. There's the 4 twists. We backed it off 2, and then what were our corners are now the center of those points. All right, we'll do the 8. Line everything up. I'm gonna change this. Oh yeah. All right, now we're gonna back it off 1 full rotation. Counterclockwise in my case. Looky there. This is good control about grooving. I have one groove that's a little bit deeper than the rest. So that moved a little bit more than I expected. Okay, 3 inches of 3/4 inch square, full 360, back a half, 2 full rotations, back 1. Dramatic difference between the two out of the same type of material. The full 360, and then this one's the full 2 rotations, and quite the difference. Also notice one's longer than the other. I think it's the negative space when you forge it out that second time, because you have so many revolutions going on, and all those gaps when you start forging them out, the material has to go somewhere, and it moves towards that negative space. That's the theory. But anyways, same material, 3/4 inch square bar, 3 inches of material. Pineapple twist, they're fun. Some guys had wanted to know how the conference went. Went great. Had a great time. Great group. And yeah, during the auction, they covered their costs for me going out there. So thank you again to New England Blacksmith Association. I appreciate the opportunity. Had a great time. Definitely lots of laughs and really good times. Thanks. So why have we been talking about Martha Stewart? Well, I've been getting questions about, Dirty Smith, how do you get into the industry of blacksmithing? How do you sell what you do? The most simplest advice that I can give you, and anybody, in any craft, in any art, is that you have to network. You have to get out there. You have to talk to people. You have to go to shows, trade shows. You might need to cold call architects or interior designers. They need to know you're around. Especially now, how fast information is getting transferred around, sharing, social media. Things are much easier to find. Having an online presence doesn't hurt at all, but you have to network. That's the best thing I can tell you. The rest of it, it's about networking, having a plan. What's your plan? Being in places where those clients are that you want to be, showing up where they are. And that old woman, Martha Stewart. Well, yeah, I was going to dump this in there just so you know. I decided not to. It's keeping my beverage at a toasty 50 degrees. So Martha Stewart. She has a contest going on right now supporting American-made products by American artists. I know it's redundant. I forget what it's called. I think it's called American-made. Anyways, if you search Martha Stewart American-made, you'll see the contestants, the finalists who are in there. And they had some really interesting categories. But talking about being part of the exposure, Martha Stewart, we applied, Dragon Forge, did the video, did our About Us, so we did not make the final. Alright, fair enough. But the lady who made the dinner triangle made the finalists. Good for you. Half a round bar, a couple bends. Wow. But not to be bitter about that. Congratulations if you happen to be watching. I hope it works out. So we didn't make the finalists. Why? Well, Martha Stewart has a very crowd that she's trying to please. So it's going to be very simple, contemporary. She has a market she's trying to appeal to. Dragon Forge, I'm assuming we don't fit that market for her. It's a little bit probably too custom. Good practice to get the exposure and participate online. Anywhere you can. That's the advice. If you want to get to work in any field it is, you have to network. You have to shake those trees. You need to see what's going to fall out of them because you don't know. Unfortunately, we can't leave a tin can outside the door and hope people put money in it. I hope that's a motivation. Get a plan. talk to people, educate them, show what you can do, flex those blacksmithy muscles. And in my opinion, there's enough pie for everybody to make a living. Thus, why we're doing the show, showing you some basic concepts, leaving it up to you about how you apply these techniques. So thank you once again. Check me out on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to YouTube, share with the welder. So, until next time, keep it dirty.